Hey guys, Oscar here for notgarage.com, and I've received an article that is a little disturbing but not surprising, and I want to share it with you. This is about your privacy and your information being used, maybe without your permission. We've known for a long time that Google uses our data in our email and our searches to provide us with advertisements. This is a known fact, and if you didn't know, well, now you know. And it's not very concerning to me because there are 2 billion people on the internet. Most of them use Google, and Google just doesn't have the time to care about you personally. So there's machines that process the data via algorithms and then decide which types of advertisements to show you. However, the implications of this are becoming more and more concerning because Facebook recently was revealed to be recording the sounds around your phone when you're using certain Facebook apps. Apparently Google's doing the same. So let's take a look at the article. By the way, if you like this video, if you like the content I put out, please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and let me know if you'd like to see more of any specific topic of anything I've talked about in the past. Let's take a look at the article. And by the way, all the links that I talk about will be in the description below. If you're watching this outside of YouTube, then you may not have access to those links. So just go to my YouTube channel, notagarage.com/YouTube to get them. So the article is by the freethoughtproject.com. They usually post about stuff about, information, security, privacy, freedom of speech, and things like that. And it's what a lot of people consider an alternative news outlet. I think of it as just another news outlet. I don't try to make judgments on those grounds, but here's the heading. It says, Google is quietly recording everything you say, and here's how to hear it, delete it, and stop it. This is from June 2016, so it's pretty recent. Now, I read the article. It supports a little bit of what I say. There's a lot of searches going on. Google doesn't have the time or the interest to listen to your specific things. There's nobody sitting on the side of the on the Google office listening to what Joe Smith is saying, because they don't really care. They only care about how to use that data to make money. But think about this implication. Think about you say something that gets recorded, and for whatever reason, years down the line, you have some sort of legal troubles, and the police request all data from Google that Google has on you. And then you have some prosecutor going through your recordings and listen to everything you've said over the past several years and decide, hey, that one thing you said in one night when you had that beer, that is motive to what you did later. If you think that's far-fetched, that is not actually very far-fetched. It can happen. I'm sure it's happened already to some degree. And this is the biggest concern that people have. To what extent is this data going to be used? Not just by Google, but what happens when it gets subpoenaed by a judge for whatever reason? The article shows you how to get to that information and also how to delete it and prevent it from being used, or prevent it from getting recorded again. So I decided to make this video before I go into that to show you how to do it in case you want to do it. So go to the link I showed you below, or I'm going to also put the link to as I go through this stuff. So right here, we're going to go and look at the history. Please keep in mind, I may have to blur some of this stuff out because this is my data and this is not a test account. This is my live data. So I want to, protect some of that from you guys watching this video. So this is the first thing that you get presented. Very nice, cartoony, very good feeling icon. And I actually love the history of Google. I've used it before. I've gone back to the very first search I did, and then sometimes I forget something I wanted to look up or search for, and I can't remember the term that I use, so I'll go back and look for that just based on the time. For example, I remember, hey, you know what? I searched for this sometime before my son was born, so let me go take a look at that time frame. And for that, it works great. So it has some very, very positive uses. But as I mentioned before, there's also the darker side of this thing. So Google is obviously appealing to the good side of it by providing this little nice cartoons. So let's take a look at the next one. We put data to work for you. Of course, the spin is to make it work for you, which it is true. It works for you, but you never know when that's going to turn against you. You're in control. I love that about Google, and I appreciate it. Unlike Facebook, unlike a lot of other companies, Google actually gives you the opportunity to come in, stop that collection from happening, or delete it altogether. So let's take a look at how that works. Here we see some of the data that is apparently available for me. Now let me move my window around a little bit, because maybe there's more if we make it. So yeah, if we make the window wider, then we have a bit more of what's happening here. And you can see right here, search, messaging, and more, 28 items just for today. This is today alone only. This is my searches in Google. This is my usage on Chrome. What I've watched on YouTube recently. Snapchat, which is very interesting. My activity on Minds. Some of it is here. As you can see, there's quite a bit of activity. I'm going to go through this on my own because, of course, I'm not going to show you all of this, but I can see that a lot of this gets collected from my phone. So if you're using an Android phone and you have a Google account, this is worth taking a look at. Let's go back and take a look at that article and see how they tell you that you can look at the audio part of it. That's my most concerning part. Audio, specific audio page. So here we go. History audio. Let's see if we have. So I had a bundle view, which summarizes, as I said, by some headings. And then there's also the item view that shows you each one. Let's take a look at activity controls. Activity controls, you can control your devices, your location history, the app and web activity, your search history, YouTube watch history, and more. What I'm really looking for is that audio one. So I'm just going to click on this since it wasn't very easy to find right away. There we go. We have 2 items from September 3rd, 2 days ago. And it's actually recorded. You can hear it there. Luckily, it doesn't seem like it's recorded random just conversations. It's actually commands that I've given to Google. That's what happens when you say, okay, Google, then your phone wakes up, listens, and records whatever you say after that. So that's pretty good. I actually like that idea. That's not fun. That's not bad. Let's see what it sounds like if I play that. Okay, Google, wake me up in 20 minutes. Let's look at the details. So I said, wake me up in 20 minutes. Obviously, I was going to take a nap. It started by a hot word. That's what OK Google means. And that's it. Those are pretty good details that they show you here. I could delete that specific instance. Why it keeps this, I don't know. I don't know what it could use it for from a business perspective. And that may be the concern with some people. Let's go down and go really, really far. Okay. So here's something that Doesn't sound like it's something I tried to say. There's definitely not a command there, so somehow Google decided to record this. Maybe it thought that there was a keyword that triggered it. Let's take a look. Started by hot word. On this date at 5 o'clock p.m. And you can't even hear what I say or what happened. So chances are this happened while it was in my pocket. So that's a little scary because anybody could say the word "Okay Google," and right now, if my phone is nearby, it probably triggered it. And then this will be recorded. Let's take a look at this one. Okay, class. As soon as we go home, you need to take a nap, okay? Because you're gonna go to Playland. If you don't take a nap, you don't go to Playland. And that's okay, exactly. How do I stop this? You need to take a nap, okay? Because you're gonna go to Playland. If you don't take a nap, you don't go to Playland. So there you go. That's how you get to. If you want to hear the audio part, I'm going to put the link in the description below because I wasn't able to find it very easily right here. I'm sure it is somewhere here, but I don't want to be browsing around with this as in a recording because you are of course watching this and I'd rather not have to edit everything. Let's take a look at activity controls again. Manage activity. Let's look at the device activity for a browser today. So let's see, device connected. Okay. So this tells you just some of the details of your phone getting connected to the Google account. There, that's where the audio was. Did you see that? So if you go to activity controls and there you see voice and audio activity. Let's manage that. That's how we got to the other screen. Instead of having to click on the link, that's how you can get to it. Pretty interesting stuff. So you can delete an entire day, for example. Let's delete September 3rd. And yes, delete it. Very, very interesting. Now, what if you don't want it to be recorded? Activity controls. So you can just turn it off by using this little icon right here. This will pause it. And you could do that for YouTube search history, for your device information, for your location history. So, in conclusion, that's how you control some of the data that Google has about you. As you can see right here, most of my activity today has been on Android. Very, very little ads shown or very little ads interacted with. Some YouTube, some search, some Chrome, but the majority is on Android. So what does your history say about you? And did you know that this history existed? Did you know that you can control it? Those are the kind of things that you have to be aware as an internet user. You no longer can claim ignorance. These companies are out to do business. And when they offer you a business for free, chances are you are the product. You're being sold to other people. Now, this is not necessarily a bad thing because what's being sold is your usage habit so that they can advertise to you and hopefully sell you a product or service that you are interested in. Google wouldn't be such a successful company if this wasn't a viable business model. In fact, I like seeing advertisements that are related to me. If you take in contrast the model where an advertiser doesn't know anything about you, that is the most annoying thing, because you keep seeing advertisements that have nothing to do with your interest. You will see an ad for a product that is for women, for example, when you're a man, or you will see an ad for a product that doesn't even exist in your country, or is not available in your area. So this is a good thing. However, you have to be aware that this is going on and how it works. Google gives you that opportunity. It gives you control. And I hope that this was useful for you to understand. Don't buy into the fear approach to this where, oh my God, Google is listening to me and they're spying on me and selling my information. Instead, understand what it is that's happening. Understand how to control it and learn how you can actually use it for your own benefit. So that's it for today's video. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. This is Oscar from notagrouch.com. If you like this video, if you want to see more tutorials, more information about the web, technology, social media, and the like, please like this video, subscribe, and share it with your friends if that would be something that you're up for. I would really appreciate it. Thanks again. I'll talk to you later. Bye.